Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Shalina and I post all content fashion, so if fashion is your thing then please do consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here. I worked in fashion buying for 10 years for 2 major UK retailers, and I've since started this channel as a way of carrying on my love of fashion. So as the thumbnail suggests, today I'm going to be talking to you about the Coach Tabby pillow bag, which I have here. I have seen a lot of videos about this bag, mostly unboxings, and I was actually looking for someone to talk about how they found using it after a while. And I feel like obviously the more you use something, the more you start to learn about it, things you like, things you don't like. I've had this bag for around probably over 4 months now, and I've used it quite a bit. I wanted to share my experiences with you. Maybe you have it already or you're thinking or pondering on buying one. This was definitely really saturated over on social media, on YouTube itself, and so I wanted to wait until the hype of it had died down to make sure it was a bag that I still wanted to buy. So I waited a while and then I kept seeing it in the shops and I was like, yeah, I still love that bag. So I decided to get it, and I knew that it was actually something that I loved myself rather than something that was being pushed on me. Let's talk through it, and I'll tell you the pros and cons, and I'll show you which one I bought as well. Okay, so the Coach Tabby pillow bag comes in 2 sizes. So you've got the 18 and the 26. The 26 is actually the one I went for because I wanted a bag that I could wear in the daytime as well as the evening. I feel like the 18, I mean, if you don't carry too much around with you on a daily basis, then the 18 could work for you too, but I feel like that for me was a bit more of a sort of evening bag, and the 26 is a bit more of a day bag. So the 26 retails at £550 on the Coach website. I, however, got mine on Farfetch, and I got mine with a discount, so I managed to pick up the 26 for £440, which was a great discount. If you sign up to their email marketing list, you can get 10% off if it's your first order. You can always do a different email address if you wanted to and then get 10% off. I'm not sure how it would work in terms of the address or card details that you put in, but it's worth a shot. You can always unsubscribe to the email list after you've bought it. They are also running a promotion at the moment, which is spend 400 and get £100 off. I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, so spend 400 and get £100 off. It doesn't apply, annoyingly, to the Tabby bag, so yeah, that's a bit annoying. But if you do like any of the other styles and you had your eye on anything else, then check that out and see if the style is eligible. This is obviously one of their best-selling styles, so they don't need to even offer a discount because they clearly can sell it for full price. So let me show you my one. So it comes in, mine came in a dust bag just like this, and then it just came in a Farfetch box. I had bought one directly from Coach, and it came in a Farfetch box. So if I open up the dust bag, I feel like the dust bag could be a little bit bigger just so you don't have to squeeze the bag right in. It's very, very tight. So it comes with a top handle. Obviously mine's in black. So it comes with a top handle, and then it's got gold sort of matte hardware on it. So I'll do some close-ups of these so you can see it as well. And then it comes also with a crossbody strap, which is adjustable. So it has the holes there, so you can adjust it to whatever size you would like. And then the bag itself, I got it in the black. I generally get bags and coats in black just because then they just go with everything. It's got the hardware on the sides, and then it's got the C on the front, and it comes with this really squishy little dog tag as well. And then on the inside, if you open it up, I'm going to do some close-ups of these so you can see, but it's got 3 sections in it. It's got a zip compartment there in the middle, and then it's got a compartment at the back and one in the front. Sometimes it actually feels like, because it's so squidgy, that there's something in it, but it's not. It's just actually really that fat. So let's go through the measurements of the bag. I'm just going to get them up on the Coach website. So the length is 10.5 inches. The height is 5 3/4 inches, and the width is 3 inches. And then on the strap, so the long detachable strap is 21.5 inch drop for shoulder or crossbody wear, and then the detachable short strap is 7.25 inch drop as well. So just to give you an idea of where it might sit on your body, I will do some cutaways so you can see what it looks like on me. I'm 5'3" for reference. other thing I love is that it comes with the 2 straps. You can also have them on the bag at the same time. So if you're out in the day and you want to switch from one to the other, or equally if you're out in the evening and you know maybe you're heading to the dance floor and you don't want to leave your bag on its own, then you know just have the crossbody on there and you can have it over yourself and still have your hands free, which is brilliant. The other great thing about the strap is that it is just full leather. I know that there are obviously bags that have the chain strap, but then the bit that sits on your shoulder is like a leather or something like that. I've had the Mulberry Lily bag some years ago now. I've since sold it, but the strap didn't, it was fully like a full chain, and it used to dig into my shoulder so much that it just became so uncomfortable. I didn't actually use it. So it's really good. I'd say that's definitely something to look for when you're buying a bag, to look for the straps that have like some leather on the part that's going to sit on your shoulder. Not all of them come with those kinds of straps, so just keep an eye out if that's something you think that would bother you. I also find that the chain straps make the bag so heavy, so that was another thing that was another reason why I never used my Mulberry Lily bag, is because every time I took it out, it was just the bag itself was so heavy, whereas this one is actually really light, so it's only going to be your belongings that actually add the weight to it. And then I just wanted to also tell you the colours this currently comes in. So on the Coach website I can see it in the black as the one I've got. It also comes in ivory as well, which I also think is really lovely for particularly for the spring and summertime. And then they've also got a deep berry and a dark pine. I feel like I have seen more colours of it, but those might have been the summer colours. I'm sure you'll still be able to pick them up from maybe the stores if you wanted to, so do check those colours out as well. I will pop them on the screen if I see any others while I'm having a look online. Also new in for autumn winter, they've got the Pillow Tabby shoulder bag in shearling as well, so if that's your thing then do check them out. They've got them in a warm neutral and a green in the size 26, and then in the 18 size they've got it in fuchsia and dusty purple. I'm not sure why they've done colours of a similar family in the 18, but that is the way it has gone. The 26 in the warm neutral and the green is 795 and the 18 is 495. I do think that these are really fun, but I personally don't think they've got longevity, so if you're looking for something that's going to last in your wardrobe, I would go just for the standard leather bags. So let's talk about what I can actually fit in the bag. Like I said, I do have quite a few things that I need to carry around on a daily basis. So I just wanted to show you, if I put in everything that I absolutely would want to carry around with me in the day, then this is how wide it looks from the side, just to give you an idea. So inside I have got my sunglasses, I've got AirPods, I've got my phone, I've got my purse, which actually I don't need to carry around everything that's in there, so I usually just take out the couple of cards that I need. I mean, I do have most things on my phone anyway, so I probably don't even really need the purse. And then I've also got my compact, I've got my keys, Carmex or lip gloss, probably lipstick, whatever I'm wearing on the day. I always have to carry Carmex, I absolutely love it. And then I've got a little bit of hand cream as well, because I get quite dry hands. And that's everything that I can put in there, and I can actually fit it all in. Sometimes it's a bit of a struggle to get the bag to close, but it does close. But those are my daily things. I mean, if I'm out in my car and then, so for example, if I'm going into a shopping centre or something like that, I obviously wouldn't carry my sunglasses in with me, I just leave them in the car. That would be one less thing in there. And then also, like I said, with the purse, I have most of my cards set up on my phone, so I don't really need to carry my purse either, just my phone. So there are a few things I could take out of there. If you're looking to carry any more than that, I don't think you'd be able to get fit it in, plus it does start to look quite fat on the sides. Okay, so another pro of this bag is that it is great for going from day to night. I feel like it's casual enough to be a day bag, but then equally it looks dressed up enough to get you through the evening as well. I recently wore it to a wedding and I felt like it looked nice enough to wear it with my outfit and not feel too daytime. So let's talk pros and then we'll talk cons. So for me, I feel like this bag looks quite stylish in my opinion. I like that it's not got any big branding. It has got the C on the front, but I think it's not really like shouting out big branding kind of bag. I feel like it just lifts any outfit that I put on. So even if I'm wearing like trackies and a hoodie with a trench coat and then I add this, it just lifts the outfit straight away and just makes it look a bit more put together. And it pretty much goes with most things in my wardrobe, so I definitely have gotten loads of wear out of it. So the other thing I wanted to touch on is the leather. It's such a beautiful, lovely, soft, pillowy leather that they've used, and I just think it makes the bag look really elegant. As for space, like I said before, I think if you just carry around, you know, a few basics, then this is fine as a bag. I think if you wanted to carry any more than what I've got in here, then you are going to struggle and it is going to look incredibly fat. So that's something to bear in mind. I think just be realistic about your lifestyle and, you know, what you would and wouldn't carry around with you on a daily basis. As I touched on the leather, I think this is a good time to jump into the cons of the bag. So for me, the leather it is a pro because it's so lovely, but could also be a con as well. This leather is going to mark very easily if you're not careful with it. So just be careful for things like rings, when you're out and about where you kind of just sling it and things like that. Sometimes I forget and I just sort of chuck it onto the passenger seat of my car without really thinking of the fact that it could, you know, mark somehow. So you do have to be a little bit more careful with this kind of leather. The bottom doesn't have any feet. It probably wouldn't do anyway because it's quite a small bag, but just bear in mind when you're putting it down, where you're putting it down. The other thing is that it's obviously a pillow bag, not obviously, it's a pillow bag, so it is quite wide and chunky. So the only thing I found is that when I'm wearing it crossbody, I need to either have it in front of me or behind me. When I have it on the side of me, it just feels like this sort of big massive thing under my shoulder, on the side of me, which doesn't feel fully comfortable sometimes. And then also if I'm just using it with the shoulder strap, it's the same thing. It just feels like a bit chunky under me. So I do sometimes have it a bit like that when I'm carrying it, so just behind or in front again. So that's something to bear in mind, whether that would bother you or not. I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but I just wanted to highlight it. The other thing I've also seen, so not on mine, but I've seen this on other people's, and I've seen it in other people's videos as well, where the leather is coming away from the C. So they've obviously stretched the leather over the metal underneath, but that has started to wear away on some people's bags. Now I don't know if that's because of the way they are taking care of it, or if it's just naturally going to happen to all of them over time, but it's something to bear in mind. Also, just to say as well, where the leather is pulled here over the flap, it feels like it was more structured before, but it's starting as you use it to sort of, you know, get those little lines in it. I mean, it is a leather, it's going to happen anyway, but it's just something to bear in mind as well. And then just on the side as well, you might be able to see it a little bit more too. Those are my only real cons, to be honest. In terms of the bag, I love it. I'm glad I bought it. I will definitely get, you know, quite a lot of use out of it, and I am the type of person that looks after my things fairly well, even though I said I sling it in the car, but I'm generally quite good with my bags and, you know, my other items of clothing. I do like to look after things just so they last that bit longer in my wardrobe as well. And things like these kind of bags, if you ever want to sell them in the future, it's really good to just, you know, keep it in good condition. It's not going to be a bag that's going to resell for, you know, a massive amount of money, but you know, it's worth keeping it in nice condition if one day you might want to sell it for you know, a couple £100. So finally, to finish up the video, yes, I would definitely buy this bag. I would recommend this bag. I can only speak for the 26-inch. I don't have the smaller one. I definitely think it's a purchase worth making if you have had your eye on it. Coach, for me, I just think that that obviously they're not seen as like high-end luxury, but for me, if you're looking for that sort of, you know, just that bag that feels a little bit more special, then this definitely has that feeling. I think Coach as a brand is a really good one. As someone who's worked in buying and understands, you know, the costings of garments and accessories and things like that, and understanding what it costs to make them, and then you know, materials and labor, and then how much they're sold for and the markups on them, it would kind of pain me to spend more money on a handbag. So that's something to kind of bear in mind, I guess. Also, if your budget doesn't call for something like a Chanel bag, then, you know, Coach is a great brand to look at. I think their leathers are absolutely lovely. I've been into their stores, I've seen some of their other bags, and I've definitely had my eye on, I think it's the Cassie bag, but that's really cute as well in a cream, just because I do have mostly all black bags. So yeah, it's a definite yes from me. So I hope that helped you to maybe decide whether you want to buy the Coach Tabby pillow bag. Let me know if you've got one, how you find yours, and, you know, if you've got any comments on it from having used it, then maybe you can help other people by leaving a comment so they can see what your thoughts are as well. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.